Greetings, Sentinels fans. Today we have the last of these strangely easy villains in this game. Let us talk about Gloomweaver. Gloomweaver was originally intended to be a difficulty 3 villain. Yeah, of the villains I've discussed, this one's fallen the furthest. It's kind of a shame really, because Gloomy is a big presence in the lore, being the biggest Night Mist villain and creating more than one major conflict. Now I will say, while Gloomy is almost the official punching bag of the player base, he does have some interesting advantages that can get him close, but not quite to a difficulty 2. What advantages do I mean? I am speaking of his relics and the cult. Gloomweaver's deck is mostly targets, and about half of them are effective. A few even synergize. First are the relics. Each of them have 25 hit points, making it a bit of a chore to get rid of them. We have the Grimoire of Curses, a relic that deals area damage to the heroes, but that damage can be reduced by discarding cards. This can be a problem for heroes with poor defense or bad card draw, but would otherwise not be too much of an issue. The Drum of Despair gives each hero the option of discarding 2 cards, destroying an ongoing card, or receiving damage. Again, can be a pain, but by itself it isn't too bad. The Pouch of Bones is purely defensive. It reduces damage dealt to zombies, and heals all villains when zombies show up. There are situations where this pouch can be a problem. And we also have the Cultists. These guys have lower hit points, but have high threat potential. The Acolyte does area damage, the Zealot heals and protects villains, the Disciple summons zombies and deals damage based on the amount of zombies there are. And as it says on Gloomy's character card, whenever a cultist is destroyed, a zombie is summoned from the trash, implying that cultist became a zombie. And you can see some of the synergies here. Pouch of Bones heals villains for every zombie that appears, all the cultists turn into zombies, or can summon them. The Zealots protect the bad guys, the Acolytes work with the book, the drum, and the zombies to attack. Even Gloomweaver's only ongoing card synergizes with the zombies, protecting them and making them stronger. However, you will note that most of these are 2-step synergies. And while the relics have staying power, the cultists and zombies do not. Most of the time, Gloomy needs 2 card plays to get those synergies set, and the heroes are likely to eliminate cultists before they can take advantage of those. However, Gloomy has the card Vast Following, which allows him to summon cultists and relics from his trash, which can be very nasty to heroes to have 5 cultists pop up out of nowhere. It's like that vampire that suddenly shows up. And obviously, you spent several turns dealing 25 damage to relics, and then Gloomy just brings them back. Gets kinda disheartening, really. Makes me gloomy. Pun totally intended. And what's more, Gloomweaver is one of the villains that scales surprisingly well with the amount of heroes there are. 9 out of his 13 unique cards scale to the amount of heroes in play. Gloomy can be quite deadly with 3 heroes and with 5 heroes. But wait, I've been saying a lot of positives about this guy's deck. Why is he considered so easy? Well, let's look at his other targets. There are a bunch of pins in his deck, cards that are placed on heroes and either inconvenience them or deal some damage. These pins don't have much hit points, nor are they particularly threatening. They only affect 1 hero, and the effects are pretty minor. I usually end up ignoring them until I destroy them accidentally, or if one of them is annoying me too much. It should also be noted that these zombies aren't particularly threatening either, nor is Ophidia. If you look at the numbers, 13 of Gloomy's cards are non-threatening targets, and 1's an easily destroyed ongoing. More than half of his deck is not a problem. This makes Gloomweaver a bit toothless. He does have nasty cards and good synergies, but he can't easily build up to his power, or depower the heroes fast enough. He can't even flip his character card easily. He needs all 3 relics in play in order to flip. But again, that's at least 3 turns, or a very unfortunately timed Vast Following in order to get them. I've had only had it happen on its own maybe twice, in all the time I've been playing. That's so infrequent that I don't even think the flip side of the card is worth even talking about. And then we have the alternate win condition. If you put all 3 relics in Gloomy's trash, you win. That is also stupid easy, as it is something that you will probably accomplish anyway, since the relics are enough of a problem to target them. Even the advanced and challenge modes aren't that problematic either. Advanced makes Gloomy immune to melee and projectile damage, which is only really a problem for a few heroes. Challenge makes his relics immune to damage, which can be nasty, but really that just encourages me to focus down on Gloomy. I'm not spreading my fire to other targets. Gloomy goes down faster sometimes with that. However, he was updated, not with extra challenge modes, but with a villain variant. Yeah, he's one of the few villains in the game that got an extra version, and Skinwalker Gloomweaver is no pushover. On his front side, new Gooey Gloomy has the zombie keyword, and starts with the Pouch of Bones in play. This means he starts with damage reduction and can heal if more zombies show up. Thankfully, killing cultists don't summon more zombies anymore. However, he does get extra card plays when non-villain targets are destroyed. Killing makes him stronger. What's more, he targets the weakest hero, meaning you will likely end up with a hero hurting real bad real quick. All that and 50 hit points make him deadly enough for a hero team on his own. But then he has the gall to flip over and have an additional 100 hit points to go through. Gooey Gloomy Greater is even more of a nightmare. And yet he isn't the Nightmare Walker anymore. What gives? Instead of the most hurt hero, Gloomy now does area damage that scales, and whenever a target is killed, he heals a bit. And if this target happens to be a cultist, he also plays a card. A small consolation though is that he also attacks himself and his friends, usually causing him to heal. So you either have to turtle up and wait him out, or beat those hit points out of him. But yeah, much improved. This version of Gloomy is much more deadly, and more in keeping with his power in the lore. It makes me think that his regular version is more me fighting his cult than in fighting the dude himself. So there we have it. All I could talk about our favorite burning skull dude. I hope to see you next time. Take care, friends. Oh, Meg, can you get Mr. Chomps?
Yeah.
Can't forget Mr. Chomps.
You're lucky it's Mr. Chomps I'm bringing up and not my rabbit. It's just another camera to shove him in front of. Better?
Oh, that works.
Better?
Thank you. Yep.
Okay. Are you gonna start? You're making me feel bad.
I am waiting for the footsteps to stop.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. Greetings, Sentinels fans. Pleh. The intro always gets me.